What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. Today we got another unboxing package here, a quick little video for you guys to enjoy. I received this package here just the other day. I'm just about getting ready to unbox it here. Wanted to share the experience with you guys, sort of share my first impressions of the knives that are in here. At first I was a little surprised because it says it came directly from QSP USA, so that's a little hint. We got some QSP knives in here. Then I realized it comes from the Apex knife pass around. So shout out to Blade Banter over there in the Apex knife pass around, which I'm very grateful to be part of. Doing the honors today, we have the Kansept Cosmos. All right, this is a very interesting design here from Demko Knives. I did an unboxing and I just finished recording the review video for this one, which will be in the channel here very shortly. All right, pleasure to EDC this thing, super drop shotty, very interesting blade geometry there, right? Carbon fiber, titanium. Been loving the whole carry experience on this one. And of course, this knife and every other knife, including the ones that you'll see from the box, are going to be linked down below in the description if you want to learn more, or if you're considering purchasing one of them. Of course, it does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and figure out the password here for this box. Do a little incision right there, another one right here, boom, and then maybe one more right there, bam, and that is it. We have unlocked the password to the box, and bam, here we are. All right, these should be completely brand new. I mean, they're coming directly from QSP, so that's very interesting, at least from what I can tell. We have two models here. This first one being the Otter, right? Otter QS is a D2. It's interesting. It says D2, but it is a 14C 28N. Right, the camera could focus. That'll be great. 14C 28N black blade with jade G10 handles. Well, that's going to be interesting. And then we have another one right here. Again, pretty good. Brand new box here. Maybe a little something impact in this corner right there, if anything. This one is the Walrus. Right, we got sea creature naming convention going on now. The Otter and the Walrus. This one here is a D2 blade, stonewash green micarta handle. All right. So those are two interesting new models there from QSP. Let's get that checked out, shall we? Let's go ahead and check out the next model here. This one is the Walrus. All right, let's take a look here, shall we? All right, we have that Have a Knife Day penguin sticker going on this one. The wolf right there, better knife, better life. I always thought it was happy wife, happy life, but you know, if you're a knife enthusiast, it's better knife, better life, right? And then here's a little outline of the knife right there, so you can check it out. Walrus has ball bearings, and this one is D2 micarta going on the handle. And yeah, let's go ahead and make some room here so we can check this one out, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way. And if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Bam. All right. Oof. Okay, so first things first, this one is a little bit larger model than the one that we just looked at. The Otter, right? This one is the Walrus. It kind of makes sense in real life. The Otter. The animal obviously is a lot smaller than a walrus. A walrus will be a lot bigger of an animal. So there you go. We got flipper deployment on this one. No other deployment option is visible here. We have micarta here, which feels good, by the way. Like nice and grippy micarta. Proud liners, right? And we have a backspacer going on here, probably a G10. Let's say G10 backspacer right there. And let's go ahead and get this thing open. Interesting pocket clip here, nice and curved. It is not reversible, right? Just again, first observations there. And yeah, let's go ahead and open this thing. Boom. Oof. Okay. First things first. Oh man, this thing is already close to drop shot right out of the box. I'll tell you that. Yeah, check that out. Yes. So there's your flipper deployment. The flipper has some jimping to it, which certainly helps. And then bam, you can open this thing here with the great action. So as far as the blade goes, we have a little bit of a, I want to say clip point, but then it trails up. So it sort of gives me Persian vibes on the blade there. It is a flat grind, full flat grind up until here. There's a switch going on there towards the front. Check that out. There's your D2 right there and your QSP logo, and that's about it for billboarding. Just like with the last knife, these come extra oil from the factory, so I'm getting a little bit of oil there coming out of the pivot, but it's just easy to wipe off. Check out the sharpness on this thing. Definitely has some belly to it. So if you were doing some tabletop cutting, any vegetables, food prep, or what have you, right, you can make use of that belly right there. You know, it's a good slicer. Of course, that flat grind, I'm sure, is going to slice very, very well. Ergonomics. Let's take a look at this, right? Most knives I found recently that have sort of like a curve down, right, do help a little bit with the ergonomics, and this one is no exception. Okay, there's a little bit of a curve here for your index finger. All your other fingers follow suit, and this is a, I want to say, you know, a little bit on the large side, medium to large knife. I have average hands, not the biggest of hands, not the smallest of hands, and I can get a full grip right here. Hammer grip is good. Good little bit of handle still left. You could forward choke if you wanted to, but there isn't a finger choil per se, so you just want to be careful there. And it does have the flipper tab does sort of work as your finger guard right there, so that's good. Good jimping going on here at the top, or a little bit of a curve there if you want to rest your thumb for more control. There you can, right? That's interesting. Sort of like a harpoon Persian style blade going on right there, if you really want to get technical. And yeah, it is a liner lock. All right, again, pretty drop shotty right out of the box. All right, which is pretty good. Let's check out the alignment department right there. I don't know about you guys, but that looks smack in the middle for me. Okay, the pocket clip is interesting. It is curved. I want to say I feel the pocket clip a tad bit. It's maybe like an 8.5 out of 10. But, you know, it's actually not bad at all. Not really bad at all. You have, it's not the deepest carry pocket clip. You have about this much sticking out of the pocket there. And it does have a straight line there. A little bit of a half circle drop and back up with a shallow bill. And again, you know, I can feel it there, but not all that much. So I give it like an 8.5 out of 10, right? Other than that, the back spacer, right, sort of has like a crown jimping going on to it. Going on there, which is good. Adds additional grip there, the back of the palm, back of the hand there, and yeah, we can get to work with this guy, can't we? Let's do a quick size comparison first, then we'll do some scientific sharpness tests after that. We'll do the usuals. Here's the PM2, all right, pretty well aligned with the PM2. Check that out. Here's the Para 3, so definitely bigger than the Para 3, and pretty much, you know, very comparable to the PM2, although maybe a hair shorter than the PM2 if anything. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the smaller brother, the Shark Cub. And yes, the Walrus is still going to be a little bit bigger than those. Check that out. Here's your Rat Model 1. And Rat Model 1 for the longest has been the longest knife in the channel. And as you can see, it's probably about 1/4 of an inch bigger than the Walrus. This is the Rat Model 2, smaller brother, which is obviously shorter than the Walrus right there. All right, very comparable, right? Very comparable cutting edge, if anything, between the Model 1 and the Walrus. Here's that CJRB Pyrite button lock and the Vosteed Raccoon. Both of these are on micarta. The Raccoon probably comes the closest to the Walrus, but still, you know, about 1/2 inch shorter. The Pyrite probably 3/4 of an inch or maybe a full inch shorter than the Walrus. And last but not least, it's only fair to throw in here the Otter right here, QSP Otter, which we just looked at. It is a smaller EDC knife. This one's on G10, 14C28N, and we have the Vosteed Chipmunk, which is a little bit shorter also, right? Just to give you a scale comparison. And of course, that Walrus is much bigger than the two. Let's do a quick paper cutting test then, right? Very scientific test that we're gonna do here. We're gonna cut some paper and some cardboard, and of course this one's out of the box, so it should do, right, pretty good. All right, it has a good bite right there. Check out all them swirls. All right, so let's get some full slices. Bam. Oh yes, oh yes, absolutely no doubt, zero doubt this thing is gonna cut really good. And of course it is a slicer, right? The one thing to keep in mind too, it is a, you know, it does have some belly to it. It's no Warncliffe or sheep's foot or anything like that, so you could taper off of your cut, right, on that belly section. So you just want to be mindful of that. Maybe keep the cut in this area here as much as possible. What about some cardboard? I have some everyday cardboard here from a diaper box. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like this. And this one is single wall cardboard. It's gonna look something like this. Here we go. All right, I sunk the corner there twice, so I'm gonna try to avoid that if I can. Yeah, there we go. It is slicing now like it's nobody's business. As you can see, it's sort of tapered off a bit here towards the end. That's what I was talking about earlier. Same deal right there with that one. But it can definitely cut the cardboard, no issues, right? It's a great slicer. It's going through that cardboard really well, like nobody's business. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments, how sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10. It is sharp out of the box, so that's a factory edge, and you guys be the judge. Let me know in the comments where you rated at. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the QSP Walrus. This one is on a Stonewash D2 Persian style harpoon going on here on this one, which is very interesting. Curved handle, micarta, liner lock. All right, so again, this video is a first impression unboxing experience. This is not a review in any way, shape, or form, and you just saw me take the knife out of the box. So obviously, right, I'm experiencing this knife for the first time. So I'm going to be carrying this guy for the next week or so, try to gather as much feedback as I possibly can, and then come back to you guys with a comprehensive review on this knife here as soon as I'm able to edit and upload it here in the channel. But that's just sort of how it goes. You know, I get a chance to experience a knife, really get a feel for it, and then come back to you with a review. What you just saw is just an unboxing. Just wanted to share that experience with you guys. That's how we do it in this channel. And by the way, if you don't want to miss out on any future unboxings or the review for this knife coming up, subscribing to the channel will be the best way to stay in touch. Go ahead and like this video if you haven't already. It really helps the YouTube algorithm push this video to a larger audience. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon down there where you can support the channel for as little as $1 a month, or you can simply support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. That being said, guys, if you made it to the very end, you guys are the real MVPs. I really appreciate all of you. Check out the unboxing on the QSP Otter if you haven't already. And by the way, if you haven't caught on to the trend, QSP does a lot of different animal names to their knives. Their Parrot, QSP Parrot, and QSP Penguin are two of the most popular knives that they have in their lineup, so definitely those are worth checking out as well. Thank you guys for hanging out with me here until the very end. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.